hope you've been enjoying our videos so far. This month, I wanted to do something a little different. I'm starting a series on the history of China so that we can better understand its geopolitics today and maybe even anticipate the future. The reason why I want to do this series is because in 2022, the Chinese Communist Party held a party meeting where its leader Xi Jinping made some very interesting remarks. So he didn't open with economic statistics or foreign policy goals. He actually spoke about something much deeper: China's 5,000 years of continuous civilization. He called for a research project into this history, not just for historians, but for everyone. So, for party committee members, for students, and even for ordinary citizens. Why? Because, as he put it, Chinese civilization is the cultural identity of the Chinese people. And it's the bond that ties together Chinese communities all over the world. So for Shi, this is not just about nostalgia. He was very clear. The purpose of studying the past is to make the past serve the present, to draw lessons, confidence, and legitimacy from thousands of years of history. And that's why it's so important to study this, because his remarks were a clue as to how the leadership of China today thinks about its foreign policy. He spoke of Chinese civilization as unique and different from other civilizations. A culture stretching back 10,000 years with at least 5,000 years of recorded civilization. A culture that has endured through dynasties, wars, invasions, and revolutions, yet was still continuous. So that's the important part. For Xi, this continuity is power. It's what he says gives China its footing amidst global cultural interaction. There's another really important point here. Studying this history is, in his view, what allows Marxism to be adapted to the Chinese context. So, this is what allows Marxism to be woven into a story of national destiny rather than something that's imposed from the outside. There's also another really interesting layer here, which is that he didn't want this research to just stay within China. He actually wanted it to be promoted worldwide, to show China's contributions to humanity, to present China to the world as, in his words, credible, lovable, and respectable. So, why does all of this matter for us? Because the way China tells its own story is not just about the past. It's actually a guide to how its leaders think about the present and how they justify their policies to their own citizens and to the world. Because if you really want to understand Chinese foreign policy today, you have to look at the civilizational narrative. So that's what this series is about. And together, we're going to trace China's history from its earliest beginnings through the dynasties, the revolutions, and the wars, through all the transformations that shaped it into what it is today. And through this series, we're going to try and understand how China's past has shaped its current worldview. We're going to understand what lessons its leaders take from history. And most importantly, how can understanding all of this help us not only make sense of China today, but maybe even anticipate the future? So this is the story of China's 5,000-year civilization. It's continuous, it's distinct, and it's deeply political. By the end of this journey, my hope is that we'll see how the past is not just background noise. It's the script from which modern China still reads today. So I hope you will join me on this journey, and I would love to hear your comments, so feel free to leave a comment below.